India holds the reputation of being the largest democracy in the world. And why not? Look at this graph. India accommodates nearly 910.5 million voters, which is almost 3 times the size of entire US population. And the elections in India is a huge process over 6-week period of time across 28 states, 8 union territories and with a total of 543 constituencies. The polling exercise has to reach every corner of this country with whatever means possible, including elephants, bullock carts or boats. In 2019, the entire polling exercise cost almost $7 billion, which is equal to annual GDP of Tajikistan. And interestingly, this is not where it ends. By virtue of the federal structure of India, the state assembly elections are another huge democratic process. If you take a look at this graph, the state of Uttar Pradesh alone has almost 141 million voters, which is almost equal to the number of total voters in the entire country of Brazil. Since both Lok Sabha and the state assembly elections are following their own periodicity, there is a proposal to conduct these elections simultaneously, keeping in mind the feasibility of the entire process. But what other benefits can we expect out of such an arrangement? What would be the constitutional challenges? What are the other opinions regarding this? Let's have a look. Hello, I'm Shaina, and today let's talk about One Nation, One Election proposal. The Union government has set up a committee under Ram Nath Kovind to look into matters of implementation of One Nation, One Election proposal. The idea was actually first proposed by the Election Commission of India report 1983, suggesting that the simultaneous Lok Sabha and the state assembly elections could reduce the cost and also the frequency of the elections. The Law Commission of India have also reportedly suggested that some arrangements on this matter could also be done. In 2018, the Niti Aayog released a paper called the Election Timetable, suggesting that similar arrangements for the elections. And by 2020, this issue was actually examined by the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Law and Justice, headed by Anand Sharma, and is still awaiting opinions of the stakeholders. Now, opinions are divided on the matter. Some argue that it may reduce voter fatigue and may potentially bring improvement in the number of voter turnouts. It may also be cost effective as the election process demands a lot of resources, including setting polling stations, instituting polling officers, setting up of EVMs, counting of votes, and definitely the most important part, the election campaigns. The most ardent advocate of the proposal, L.K. Advani, former Deputy Prime Minister of India, made a strong case for it in 2012. He argued that with several state assembly elections taking place every year, the country is always in a perpetual election mode, which overall affects the functioning of the government. Central leaders of national parties are compelled to spend their time and energy in preparing for recurring elections. Political parties are also compelled to raise resources for both parliamentary elections and state assembly elections, which increases a lot of opportunities for money-back influence and also corruption. Moreover, parliamentary elections and state assembly elections were held simultaneously in the year 1952, 1957, 1962 and also 1967, after which the cycle was repeatedly disrupted. The other side of the opinion holds a very opposite view of the proposal. They say that simultaneous election is actually an attack on the autonomy and the independence of state governments. It also runs the danger of national issue eclipsing with the local ones and can seriously affect the decision makers' capability. Some say that the proposal does not consider the fact that a party position at the center and the state can fluctuate, and defying the manner in which Indian democracy has worked and seen several midterm elections like in Kerala, in West Bengal and in Bihar. Some other opinion, especially from the opposition, has denied the fact that the cost of election is huge. According to a tweet shared by the leader of the opposition, the cost incurred by the Election Commission from 2014 to 2019 is only 5,500 crores, which is only a fraction of the central government's expenditure. But in terms of constitutional implementation, there are other arrangements that has to be done for one nation and one election proposal. For example, some key provisions relating to the election bodies like Article 83, Article 85, 172, 174 and also 356 would have to be amended. Now, when the majority of both the houses would be required to amend the constitution, it would be legally very complex as Article 371 provides large degree of autonomy to states and can oppose any move if it affects the individual functioning. Talking about the election challenge itself, the EC will need around 30 lakh EVMs and now they only have 13.06 lakh control units. However, the EC's Technical Committee on EVM said that another 13.02 lakh EVMs are under production. But considering the lifespan of EVMs, it can be used for 3 consecutive elections, that is total of 15 years, but provided the warehousing and the replacement cost is taken into account. What do you all feel about one nation, one election proposal? Comment down below and do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel.